What do you do with your passwords and your, for example, your MetaMask keys? Well, you could use a password manager to store that kind of stuff. So that's a general reasonable approach to do. What you could also do is use a paper wallet. So just write down your passphrase and store that paper on a safe place. What you have to be careful about that you don't use an online way to create a paper wallet like that. Just write down the keys from MetaMask or something. If you would do that online, it might not be sufficiently random and somebody might eavesdrop on that website. Other risks, of course, of being paper, that you could lose your paper, it could get stolen, it could get lost in a fire or something. So that's not really the best solution. An alternative solution is, instead of paper, use something in steel to store your passwords. So there are different suppliers who supply those kinds of solutions, and you just engrave something in steel. Yeah, another way to store things is to put them in some kind of offline device which are never connected to the internet, and via so-called air-gapped connect with the internet. There are a couple of solutions for that, and you have to be also careful. There are also a lot of attacks even to this solution. Also, you would think there are no attacks possible, but there's actually quite a few attacks possible, and it's also rather cumbersome to use. So yeah, be careful if you use that. For the server kind of solutions, there are the so-called HSMs and or smart cards, which you can use to store secrets in passwords and that kind of stuff. And for the normal end users, you've got the so-called hardware wallets, like the ledgers. So they look like devices like this. They have a user interface on here. You usually connect them via USB or something. You still have to be careful with them because there's a recovery phrase usually for them in case they get broken or something, and that sort of moves the problem to a different phase, because that phrase is just a complicated password and you have to keep that somewhere. You usually also have a pin for that device, and you also have to keep that somewhere. And there's also risks of hacks and that kind of things. But nevertheless, I guess this is one of the better solutions.